Okay, I think we are ready. Okay, there's Instagram. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Yes, Instagram is here. Let's get Facebook in the building. All right, let's get Facebook in the building. Okay, all right, we're almost there. How y'all doing this morning? Y'all up? Y'all awake? Y'all here? What's up? Keep it real estate. I love that name. I love it. That real estate in Cleveland or the surrounding areas. Welcome, the one. Welcome to your Saturday morning tap in. We are getting started just shortly, opening the doors over on Facebook to get our Facebook people in the building to make sure we can see them and chat. Welcome to those who are new here. We will be getting started just shortly. Do I have a show for you today? You all have tuned in to the right place at the right time. All right, we are almost there. Okay, let's get that out of the way. Let's get this. I want to see the comments. Boop, turn that down. Give me these comments. Okay, she said that, and she does, and I do. And I do, and I do. All right, fantastic. How y'all feeling today? How we doing today? How's your weekend going? How was your week? Where are you tapping in from? Okay, for Central First State in the building. Hey, Central State fam. What's up? Some more 2K3 tap, tap, tap. It's time to tap in, y'all. Okay. I have got a show for you guys today. Today, the show is about answering the call, and we are going to continue on our journey of scripting our dreams, right? Today's show is about answering the call and scripting your dream. If you have ever wondered what it feels like to hear a calling, all right, today's show is for you. If you've been looking for ways to keep your dream alive in 2025, this show is for you. We are going to practice together today, right? It's October. Remember those visions and dreams we wrote down in our journals at the beginning of the year? Remember those resolutions or those goals and those things you wanted to experience? We're still working on. We're going to keep on tapping at it, okay? We're going to keep working on it. And if you've got a dream, like I said, on your 300 things list, today we are going to continue the exercise we did last week to get us closer to the life and the experiences we wrote down in our journals. So go ahead, if you haven't already, go ahead. I got my candle. Y'all got y'all candle? Y'all got your coffee or your tea? Maybe you got a little Palo Santo, okay? Whatever you want to have to help make this moment nice and right, to set the atmosphere, to open you up so that you can surrender into this moment and get all of the goodness that I have for you today in this tap in. Go ahead, get it started. Let's go.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top.
Yeah. All right. Let's see who else is tapping in right now. What's up, sailors? Tapping in from Louisiana.
Tap in.
Welcome to your Saturday morning tap in. Francina, Sun, Maine. Welcome to your Saturday morning tap in. Who's that over here? Okay. Let me make sure that Facebook is open for all.
Tap in.
I believe it's open for everyone. Make sure. Okay, I think it's good. Okay. Vicky Hendricks, welcome to your Saturday morning tap in. Hey, how we feeling? And guess what, you guys? Now is a great opportunity. If you are watching on youtube.com/Shamika Chronicles, and if you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, what are you waiting for? Go ahead, hit that subscribe bell, right? And maybe you're watching over here on Instagram. Do you follow Shamika Chronicles? If not, go ahead and follow. And also, while you're here, go ahead and share this live with someone who you know has a dream that they're trying to keep alive in 2025. Okay? Share this live with someone you know. Maybe it's you and a friend, and you've been talking about your dreams together, and you guys are holding each other accountable. And this is the perfect conversation that you guys can keep together, have your morning coffee or tea to inspire you, to give you the opportunity to tap in and to keep that dream alive. Share the live, share this experience with someone, because I promise you, you're going to want to tune into what we're doing today. You're going to want to hear We share
Don't never stop
uplifting
if you want to be on top. Yeah.
and inspiring stories. We set some intentions, all right? For my series regulars in the building, go ahead. Y'all know what to do. Go ahead, put in the chat. What intention do you want to set today? What intention do you want to set for your day, your weekend, for the week ahead? I know this week ahead, I'm filming. I'm filming starting tomorrow. I got a wonderful new project I'm doing. Not only that, I'm also launching this internship program, which you will hear more about. So when I think about what I have scheduled for my week, I'm going to be on set. I definitely want to have some harmony. Okay. I want some divine order, because if anyone on here knows about working in the entertainment industry, working on set, working on creative endeavors, you need order, you need harmony, you need great communication, you need creativity, you need fun. And so I'm going to be setting the intention for all of those things. Let me write it down. What intention do you want to set? Put it in the chat, and we'll hold that space with you later today in the program when we come together to set our intentions. Good morning, Mr. Porker. Welcome to your Saturday morning tap in. So glad to see you tapping in this morning. I got a message for you, and I know that you are a person that has a vision and that you are also answering the call. So I know today's show is made just for you. Welcome to my sister. Pernell is in the building. Welcome to your Saturday morning tap in. Fantastic. So glad to see y'all tuning in today. Welcome, J. Maddie, to your Saturday morning tap in. Yes, today we are talking about what does it mean? What does it look like when we are answering a call? What does it look like when someone, what does that mean when someone says, you know what? There's a call in the universe going out right now. What does that mean? You know, like it sounds real woo-woo. Well, guess what? I'm here to show you and talk to you and let you know exactly what it looks like and how it unfolds, right? And as I share this, I want you to be inspired to then listen for what is being called of you. What is that dream that you have, okay? Because once you see how it is unfolding in my life, then maybe you'll be aware of how it's actually happening in your life and has been happening. All right. I want to get you turned on to what's happening in the universe. I want to get you turned on and tuned in to the call of the universe. That's right. Some more 2K3. Join the Saturday morning tap in Facebook group. Is where we come together to share uplifting messages throughout the week. We come together to network. We watch the replays, right? It's a wonderful free community. It's a free community where we come together. It's a wonderful positive space on this, on the internet, in these internet streets, right? We are creating a space for being uplifted, for positivity, right? And so, yes, thank you so much, some more 2K3. Y'all put some hearts in the chat or tap on your screen and give my producer some more 2K3 some love. Give him some love over on Instagram and also even here on Facebook, because the way he helps keep me focused and make sure that our community, our Facebook community stays watered, it's just nothing short of a gift and a blessing. I so appreciate him. So y'all tap on that screen, send some love, say hello to some more 2K3, right? I so appreciate you. So yes, this week I have been talking about my internship program. It's called the 1010 Talent Internship Program. I've been going live every day, making sure that the people that need this program, that it finds its way into their world, into their social media, so that they can take part in this amazing program, but also sharing every day so that we can get people to join us in funding these spots. I'm going to introduce you to some candidates who have been submitting their applications. We've been getting a lot of responses to people who are taking the test, submitting their resumes, submitting their work pieces. And so I just want to highlight two very special candidates that have already turned in their packages. And just so you can get an idea of what's going on with the program. All right, so let's go ahead, get today's party started. Before we get the party started, I need something from you. I need some numbers, all right? And also, while we're at it, if you did your 300 things list, go get it. Hey, brother. That's a motorcycle. Whenever I hear motorcycle, I know that's my brother telling me to keep on going, sis. I got you, brother. Go get your journals. Go get the journals. We are going to continue to work through and keep the dream alive. All right. If you did not do the 300 things list and you're like, what is the 300 things list? Okay, y'all. Back at the end of 2024, we came together for a week to write down 300 things that we want to ask God for. The idea is you have not because you ask not. Okay, right? You have all these dreams that are sitting inside your heart and your mind, but have you really asked for it? And one way that we ask is that we write it down, right? It's not that you ask for too much, it's that you ask for too little. So the 300 things list was our way of coming together to step up to that challenge, to ask for more, right? And so that is what we did at the end of 2024. We came together and we wrote things down on our list, y'all. We wrote down 300 things. And maybe some of us, I don't know, maybe we all didn't get to 300, but we started, and that's okay. That's okay. So whether or not you did it, whether or not you participated in the 300 things list, right now, write it down. Write down one thing, okay? Because you're going to need it for today's journaling, okay? For those who are new here, we journal every Saturday morning. That's a part of the program. That's what we do here, and we love it because journaling is powerful. So go ahead, get your journal right now. And as I am talking about stuff today, be thinking about, if you don't have this list, what is a dream you have on your heart? What is something that you want to manifest? All right, write it down. Okay. And then we will take you through today's exercise to start to bring that dream and that vision into expression. Okay, you guys, I'm telling you, this stuff works if you work it. A wise woman once said. And that is the late, great Reverend Dr. Johnny Coleman, founder of the Universal Foundation for Better Living. If you don't know about her, I highly recommend that you look her up. The work that she did in the New Thought faith community is seminal and life-changing and transformational. But she said it works if you work it. And that's what we do on Saturday Morning Tap In. We come together to work it, to work those universal principles, to work the law of attraction, to work those biblical spiritual principles, whatever you want to call it. We are truth seekers and truth workers, and that's what we do here on Saturday Morning Tap In. So go ahead, put in the chat, my series regulars especially. Y'all know what we do on Saturdays. What intentions are we setting? All right. And then I need some numbers from you guys. All right. So last week we were looking at 8 points of focus, looking at our goals from 8 focal points. Okay. And so let us take a moment just to get back to that. But before we get to that, while you guys are putting in your intentions, give me a number between 1 and 8. Wait, what number did we do last week, y'all? What number did we do last week? Because we don't want to do that number again. But give me a number between 1 and 8. And if we did do that number, we'll pick a different number. All right, put it in the chat. This is an interactive show. It's live. It's Saturday morning, and we are live. We are live. We are here together, alive, breathing together. All right, thank you very much. Vera's in the house. So good to see you. All right, so we got that number. All right, now here we go. We're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more numbers. So just spit them out. I'm looking over on Facebook. I'm looking on YouTube. I'm looking on Instagram. All right, the first number that we get, that will be the number. I need a number between 1 and 20. Let's go. Give me a number between 1 and 20. All right. Let's go. Let's go. Welcome to that guy, SD. Welcome to your Saturday morning tap in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So we're putting numbers in the chat, and we're also putting our intentions in the chat. Thank you so much. Now we are moving on. We need a number between 21 and 50. A number between 21 and 50. All right. The next number after that will be between 51 and 75. But first, 21 and 50. I know we have a slight lag, so that's okay. That's why I'm giving you guys a head start. 29 it is. All right. 51 to 75. Right. And then next up is 76 to 100. But first, 51 to 75. We need a number. Let's go. Let's go. Mr. Parker gave me 67. All right, 76 to 100. We need a number. 76 to 100. Coming up next is 101 to 200. But right now we're looking at 76 to 100. 99 it is. Very good. We're looking at a number between 101 and 200. 101 to 200. We need a number. Coming up next is 201 to 300. But right now we're looking for 101 to 200. 141 it is. And finally, 201 to 300. What number we got? 201 to 300. Let's go. Come on, Alex. This one's for you. Give me a number, Alex. I want Alex to give me this one. All right. Okay. Come on, Alex. We're waiting for you, girl. All right. Thank you very much. 207 it is. Fantastic. Great. So we have our numbers that we are going to be picking something from our journal prompts, from our, not our journal prompt, but from our 300 things list. Now, this is how it goes, okay? Hey, Fifth Element, welcome to the Saturday Morning Tap-In. That guy, SD, I am so glad to see you tapping in today, participating and engaging, all right? So this is how it goes. If you got all the way up to 300, you have more numbers that you can select from, right? So let me put these numbers on the screen. Numbers for activity, for journaling, journal activity, all right? Now, don't go look just yet, but I'm going to put these numbers here. 19, 29, 67. You guys are my live number randomizer. You guys are randomizing the numbers for me. All right. And I'm going to also throw in that guy SD's number too. We just have a little extra here. And I'm trying to see if there's anyone here who, okay, so I got a number from, okay, I got a number from everybody who submitted. And I see Chamba put in a number. So we have more numbers. All right. Somebody give me a number that's between 1 and 10, though. Somebody give me a number between, well, we have number 4. We'll keep that as well as a number. We already have that. All right. Very good. Okay. So let me just copy that so that we have it. And we're going to come back to this later in the show. All right. But how it works, if you got all the way up to 300, you can pick any number on this list, right? And so basically we have a number for just about every stage of participation for the 300 things list. Okay. So no matter how far you got, you should see a number on the screen that you could randomly pick from your 300 things list or your 200 or your 100 or your 20, right? You can pick something from there, and that will be what we will focus on for today's activity. Ew. Ew, I love it. And I'm so excited by it. All right. And so also don't forget, YouTube is not letting you give me a thumbs up. YouTube, how dare you, YouTube? How dare you, YouTube? I don't know. Are you sure you didn't already like it? Did you already do it? Because maybe it only lets you do it once. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into that, Mr. Porker, because YouTube, we trying to be great, and we need you to allow us to be great. All right. All right. So okay. All right. So as I mentioned, today's show, we are going to be talking about answering a call. What does that mean to answer a call? And sometimes that call, it doesn't come as a loud voice or like this big announcement, right? Sometimes it starts just as a tugging of your heart. It comes in the form of an idea that you can't shake, something you can't stop thinking about, right? Or it's a vision that you just keep seeing. It won't let you go. And so that is what happened to me with the 1010 Talent Internship Program. Okay, you guys, put it in the chat. Is there anyone here today that knows that they have a vision or a dream that has been calling to them? Is that you? Put it in the chat. Say, that's me. It's me. It's me. I want to know who's here. I want to know who's here. And if you're here and you don't know what that vision or what a calling is, don't worry, stick around. I will tell you more all about it. But let me know if that's you. If you are part of my tribe, the called, the chosen. Okay, Alex, I know it's you, girl. I know it's you, girl. What's up, K Pit 50? Do you have a calling on your life? Do you have an idea that you just can't shake? Do you have something that's just been tugging at your heart? So back in 2022, it started the 1010 Talent Internship Program. It started as just one thought. That thought was, what would it look like to mentor just one person? But as I wrote that idea down, okay, did y'all catch that? Did you catch it? In 2022, it started with a call. It started with a question, right? What would it look like to mentor one person? That was a vision. That was the question that was just put on my mind and my heart. And how did I engage with that question? I started to write it down. And as I wrote it down, the idea began to grow. And the more that I leaned into it, the clearer the vision became. And before I knew it, that small tug had become a full-blown internship program. And by 2023, we launched our first cycle of interns. And so I want to take a moment just to shout out our first cycle of interns, our first cohort, because we had 3 cycles in 2023. And to say how much I love y'all, how much I appreciate y'all, that y'all trusted me with your gifts and your talents. And not only did they trust me, they did it for free. Because in 2023, when we did this program, it was all service-based. We didn't have the funding. We had a hope and a dream. I had the hope and the dream that it could be funded. One day, I will be able to pay. Okay? Can I get an amen? Can I get an amen? One day I will be able to pay. And it has come. It has come, right? And so that is what answering the call looks like. It is when that desire inside of you starts to match up with a need in the world. Are y'all hearing me? Are you guys catching what I'm putting down? I don't want to be here talking to myself because I know I'm not. Because I know I wasn't talking to myself and writing to myself in 2022 when I was answering that call, right? I was already talking to y'all. I was already talking to the interns before I even had a chance to meet them. We were already communing in spirit. And I was getting the download for what this program needed to be because there was a call going out. Right? That's what it looks like when you answer the call. It's when the desire inside of you matches up with a need in the world. And I want you to know that you may not realize it at first, right? Your vision might be, I want y'all to lean in, okay? Hear me and hear me well, okay? Your vision might be the very answer to somebody else's prayer. I'm going to just let that land. I'm going to have a sip of my coffee while y'all think about that. Okay, let me just take a sip of my coffee. Hold on. Okay. Is it landing? Do y'all see it? Y'all feel that? Your vision, that question in your mind, that could be the answer to somebody's prayer. Somebody is praying for you to say yes. Somebody is praying for you to sit down and write down the vision. Okay. And so that ties perfectly with what we have been working on this year. We have been working on keeping the dream alive in 2025, right? So that 300 things list, right? That list of things, that's your call. You got 300 messages that folks are saying, somebody answered this call. Who called me? Who's on my calling list? You got 300 things. Maybe you got 200, 20, 100. You have, those are the call. Those are attached to your call. All right, Nate. Every time that motorcycle come by, I hear you, brother. I hear you, brother. All right. The things on this list, that's your call. Each item on this list was tugging at your heart saying, please write me down. Write me down so I can come into expression. I want you to write me down. It's a vision that wants to come through you. And month by month, we have been doing these exercises to keep the dream alive. Not just written down, but nurtured. All right. So last week, we introduced this passage that gave us a roadmap of how to focus our energy and keep our dreams alive, right? And it came from a scripture, Philippians 4:8. And it says, whatever is true, whatever is honest, Whatever is just, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is of good report. If there is any virtue and if there is any praise, think on those things. Think on these things. That's what we're thinking about. Now, even if scripture is not your tradition, right? The wisdom is universal. What we focus on expands. And last week, we journaled on just one of those 8 lenses. I believe we journaled on just. Today, we are going to pick another one, okay? We are going to pick another one. And each time we run our dreams through a new lens, we strengthen it, right? We align with it. We become a vibrational match with it. And when we do that, we are bringing it closer to life. So before we go forward, let me just quickly remind you of those 8 lenses, because each one of them gives us a unique way to engage with our 300 things list. Now, as I say them, I want y'all to put in the chat the lens. For example, the first one is true. When we are focusing on the lens of true, we're claiming the reality that we want as if it's already true. Put true in the chat. Number 2 is honest. We are writing boldly without watering down our real desire. We are being honest with ourselves, saying, yes, that is what I want. I'm not going to play small. I'm not going to ask small. I'm going to ask big. I'm going to be honest about my desire. That's number 2 is honest. All right. Thank you, Chamba. Thank you, Chamba. Number 2 is honest. Somebody write that in the chat. Thank you, Alex. Number 3 is just. When we are looking through the lens of just, we are imagining an outcome that feels fair and balanced and uplifting for all those involved, right? That's what just is, okay? Number 4 is pure. Somebody put pure in the chat. When we're focusing through the lens of pure, we're focusing on the essence of the dream, okay? Hear me and hear me good. Focusing on the essence of the dream without the clutter of fear. Do you hear me? When we are scripting through a lens of pure, we're letting go of our fear. We're saying, if I had all the money in the world and all the time in the world, what would I want to script into my life? What would I ask for? If I truly believed that all things were possible, if I let go the fear of someone else looking at me and saying, who does she think she is? If I let that go, if I let go this fear of failure or fear of success or fear of embarrassment, what would my life look like? That's pure. We're focusing on that. Number 5, lovely. Somebody put that in the chat. Lovely. When we're looking through the lens of lovely, we're looking at our dream as how does it add beauty and joy and sweetness? How does it unfold in a beautiful way, in a joyful way, in a sweet way? Notice how all of these lenses, they stir up a feeling in you when you think about it, when you really let them resonate. When we think about how when we see something that's beautiful, whatever it is, right? When we look at something that brings us joy, it stirs up a feeling within us. And it is that feeling, that emotion, that energy in motion that begins to draw the thing to us. That's what the law of attraction is about. It's not just seeing it, but it's allowing the seeing and the writing to stir up the feeling so you can get about to the drawing of it to you, Troy. Right? Right, Troy? It's energy and motion, our emotion. How do we feel? The 6th one is a good report. Somebody put down good report. When we're looking through the lens of a good report, we are writing the version of the story that I'd love to share as good news. When we look at something off of our 300 things list and we pick something, maybe you would say, okay, well, what's going to be my praise report? I'm going to pretend like I'm writing down my testimony. I'm writing down a letter to my best friend, to my grandma, to my aunties or someone. And I'm telling them, guess what happened to me, right? And we're writing it in the past tense because it already happened. Good morning, MJ. We are talking about the 8 lenses of focus, the 8 focus lenses for our dreams. We are on number 7. Number 7 is virtue. Looking through the lens of virtue. And all these lenses, MJ, are based on the scripture Philippians 4 and 8. So when we're looking at our dreams through the lens of virtue, we are looking at it in terms of embodying the strength and the courage and the excellence as you live out that dream, right? What kind of strength do you need to activate in your mind, in your body, and in your spirit? What kind of courage do you need to have? What type of excellence do you need to walk in? And sometimes we need to speak that life over ourselves. We may feel tired. Am I going to say I'm tired? No, I feel I am revitalized, right? We're going to speak life because guess what? God will turn you into what you say about yourself, right? And as we begin to speak those words, we have this thing in acting where it's called the external to internal, where when you're trying to tap into your emotions, like you guys know, I've done lots of characters where I had to cry. Okay. Crying on cue is my thing, right? It's one of my gifts. But sometimes one of the tips is you have to do something externally to turn on the feelings on the inside. And that's true spiritually and universally. Sometimes we have to say those things. We have to get in the mirror and affirm who we desire to be, even if we don't feel like it. Because guess what? At some point, you'll start to feel the shift on the inside. You'll start to become that thing as you speak the words out loud. That external will become part of your internal, and you'll realize that you're walking in a different way, right? You're vibrating at a different level. And it starts to change the trajectory of your life. And then number 8, right? Number 8 is praise. We're looking at our goals and our dreams and our aspirations through the lens of praise. And that's simply writing it down with gratitude, writing it down as if it is already fulfilled. Good morning, Soraya Jane. Welcome to your Saturday morning tap-in, right? We're writing down what we're grateful for. And that's just a good practice, period, every day. Make a note of something you're grateful for, whether you stop and say it out loud, or maybe you write it down in your journal because you're doing daily journaling, right? Write down what you're grateful for. Gratitude is God's love language. And so when we are activating God's love language, that's turning on power in our words, right? Thank you, MJ is over on Facebook, writing them down. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Soraya Jane says, I feel tired and I have one more game today. So I want you to speak life to yourself. I am energized. I am victorious, right? Speak that life. And then go out there and then walk in it and expect to feel it and to experience it. All right, my TikTok niece. All right, my TikTok niece. That's what it's about. So before we get into today's journaling practice, I want to show you something that really brings this whole idea of answering the call for life, right? As I mentioned, I first felt the tug. As I mentioned, when I first felt the tug for T3IP, which is the 1010 Talent Internship Program. You know, you guys, I didn't know who it was for. I just knew that I couldn't shake the idea. It kept pulling at my heart until I wrote it down and I built out what became a signature curriculum. All right. And at the time, I had no idea. You guys hear me and hear me well, because some of you guys look at me like, Shamika, wow, this program is amazing. How did you think of this? How did it come about? Right? What made you do this? It was a thought in my mind, a desire in my heart. I had no idea that there were other people out there praying for this very opportunity. And I say that sincerely. I had no idea. Sometimes we think the dreams that we have are just for us. And I'm here to tell you today, your dream is not just for you. The same way that your gift is not just for you. A gift is meant to be shared. It is meant to be given. It is meant to have a currency, right? Something, an exchange is meant to happen with a gift. Gifts are meant to be exchanged. And that's how the universe works. We don't always know who is on the other side of our yes. Okay, y'all? I don't know who else this is for, but hear me and hear me good. You don't know who is on the other side of that yes. But trust, there is someone praying for you to follow through. We just feel the call and then we answer it. And what ends up happening is that we end up meeting the very people who needed it the most. So today, I want to share with you two of those people who are one of many of the candidates who have submitted their applications for this fall 2025 cohort. I'm going to introduce you to Raven. I'm going to introduce you to Ishan. All right. Now, like I said, I didn't know them when I said yes to this vision. But here they are showing up as an answer to a call that started in me years ago. All right. So sit back. Let's take a look. I introduce to you Ishan.
My name is Ishan Teja. I'm 22 years old and a recent film school graduate from Syracuse University. I studied film production at their College of Visual and Performing Arts and graduated earlier this May. For the past 3 years, I've been working as a freelance filmmaker, even through film school. I've worked on narrative films, commercials, and a lot of social media and YouTube content. And as of late, after film school, I've moved to Los Angeles and I'm working as a story producer on an unscripted TV show. So my experience has spanned a lot of production and pre-production, as well as post-production. I've edited a lot of the projects that I've worked on, so I'm very well versed with the post-production workflow and the whole Adobe Creative Suite. In addition, I've worked as an assistant director and producer as of late on both films, commercials, and YouTube content. So production planning and working with a lot of departments to bring creative ideas to the end product has been a really fruitful part of the experience for me as of late. And I hope to take that on into my future ventures. I think programs like this are really helpful and really important, especially in the creative landscape that the film industry is in today. Entry-level jobs oftentimes require years of very niche experience that a lot of people don't have. So having opportunities like this that allow people to foster skills and find their niche and get those years of experience, I think is a really big thing for younger filmmakers and people interested in breaking into this industry. And I think 1010 Productions has a great team and something I'd really love to be a part of. What inspires my creativity? I think watching other people's work is what inspires my creativity a lot. I love writing, script writing. So reading other people's scripts, reading other people's books, and watching movies really inspires a lot of ideas in me and motivates me to write more. And in addition, I would say just paying attention to the world can inspire a lot of creativity. Oftentimes, the most powerful stories are the most real stories. And I find that if you just pay attention to the world around you, you'll find a lot of compelling stories to be told. My dream project or role at the moment, I would say, would be to be a creative director or director at a production company, or just in a situation where I can lead and collaborate with creatives who I've worked with before and who I'm tightly knit with. I find the longer you work with the same people, the more in tune you are with each other's creative sensibilities and styles, and you can really foster that to make a better end product. So being in a position where I can oversee departments and bring everyone's ideas together to maximize the creative output of the project is really the kind of situation I would love to be in the future. Um, I think this internship is a great opportunity to foster these skills and prove myself as a valuable member of your team. And I look forward to the opportunity of collaborating and speaking further with you about this role. Thank you for the time.
You guys, I had no idea when I created this program that once Ishan graduated, he was going to need this program in order to continue to cultivate his artistic practice and to get more experience. Do you guys, are you, put it in the chat. Let me know if you guys are picking up what I'm putting down. Because you all are tuned in here and tapped in today because I know that there is a call for each of you to answer. And I just want to be the example to let you know that somebody is waiting on you to say yes and waiting for you to do it. The question is, will you take time to really hear it, to write it out, right? Will you take time? And so before we get into our journaling for today, I'm going to share with you one more of the candidates who have sent their packages. All of my North Carolina A&T HBCU people, right? I didn't go to North Carolina A&T, but I'm from an HBCU. Where those Aggies at? Because we have a candidate from North Carolina A&T. Ladies and gents and spiritual giants, I introduce you to Raven. Take a look.
Hello, my name is Raven Thomas. I am a recent graduate of North Carolina A&T State University, where I earned my bachelor's degree in journalism and mass communications. During my time in college, I immersed myself in all things media and production, directing and starring in short films, one of which earned me the Best Actress Award at the Aggie Filmmakers Award Show, the Eddies, producing editorial shoots based on my own ideas, landing paid photography opportunities, and curating and developing stories utilizing videography and editing skills. Now, I am an early career professional seeking industry experience and building connections. My long-term goal is to become a showrunner producing television series and eventually own my own production company. Programs like this give professionals a sense of direction of their aspirations. Because sometimes we know what we want to do, just not quite sure how to get there. For me, this would be a great opportunity to sharpen my professional and technical skills, as well as build connections in my hometown. My life experiences inspired my creativity. A lot of my ideas derive from jobs that I've worked and interactions that I've had. A unique perspective that I bring is that as a child, I would study behind the scenes videos of my favorite TV shows. I was always curious as to how we got to the finished product, and it would always intrigue me the intricacies of the flow of everything and how it all worked. This actually inspired me to take professional acting classes, and in an effort to go further, I went through the process of a talent show to seek management. While nothing really transpired from this, it's okay, because it redirected me to pursue a career behind the camera, which I feel I have more value anyways. Thank you. Hope to hear from you soon.
You guys, my heart. Those are just two of many candidates who are applying for this fall 2025 cohort. If you are watching this and you're like, how can I be down? How can I be a part of this program? On the bottom of the screen, you can see the email address. Just email info@1010talentacs.com and someone from my team will get back to you with an info package. But I want you to know that there's only 7 more days to apply to this program, only 7 more days, right? So reach out today so you can have time to get your application ready. But maybe you are watching this and you're saying, I don't want to be in the internship program, but I want to support it. On the screen, we have a QR code that you can scan, and it will take you to our Fractured Atlas page. Fractured Atlas, the great Fractured Atlas, is our fiscal sponsor. What does it mean when I say Fractured Atlas is our fiscal sponsor? That means every donation and contribution donated to the 1010 Talent Internship Program it is tax deductible, right? Your giving is tax deductible. The stipends that the interns receive are tax deductible. So whether you want to be a part of the program as an intern, or maybe you're saying, hey, Soror, how are you? So good to see you tapping in. And so maybe you're saying, you know what? I want to get my chapter. We want to donate and sponsor an intern. How can we get together and open up this spot for the likes of a Raven, for the likes of an Ishan, for the likes of, we only have 8 spots, right? 8 spots. How can I make sure this opportunity is available for them? Scan the QR code, right? Or go to my Instagram page, click the link tree, and it will take you to a place where you can click and it will take you to Fractured Atlas so you can make a donation. Okay. So I just wanted to share with you guys so you can understand the idea may start small. It's just this wondering that you have, right? Just this wondering that you have. Well, what would it be like if I did this, right? Seeing Raven and Ishan reminds us that when we answer a call, it's never just for us. It is for someone else too. Your 300 list is full of those same calls. So today we are about to pick one dream and run it through one of our lenses as a way of saying yes to it. All right. So the lens that we are doing today, we got the number 4. So what was number 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 4 is pure. All right. I'm going to copy that lens and I'll put it up on the screen. That's going to be our journal, serve as our journal prompt for today. Today's lens is pure. Let me spell that right. We're going to look at it from the lens of pure. And so remember, we said when we're looking at it, hey, Breeze, welcome, my series regular. When we're looking at our dreams and the things that we wrote down on our list through the lens of pure, we're focusing on the essence of the dream without the clutter of fear, right? We're letting go of our fears, fear of failure, fear of success, fear of what if people see that I'm going for a dream, fear of the thoughts of people judging you for having a dream, right? Any sort of fear, anything that will get in the way of you just fully asking for what you desire, right? So today we are going to be focusing on the lens of pure. All right. And so how we're going to do this, we're going to do a little breathing before we get started. We're doing great on time. Can you believe it? We've covered so much. And we're still in good timing. Let's see if I can keep that going and hold on to that. Welcome, Jamie. Welcome, that girl D. Welcome to your Saturday morning tap. And you have landed in the right place at the right time because we are about to do our journaling activation. I like the sound of that. A journaling activation every Saturday with Saturday morning tap in. Yes. So we are going to do that. All right. And so let me put these numbers up on the screen. Okay. I need to figure out which number I'm going to do. So remember, if you did the 300 things list with us back in late December, or maybe you started doing this with us just sometime this year because you discovered it later this year, whatever, however far you got, pick a number off of the screen without looking at what's in your book. Don't look at what you wrote down just yet. Pick a number. All right. I'm picking 99. I don't know why. That's the number I'm picking, 99. Now, somebody pick got it. I got my number. Somebody write, I got my number. Okay, because I got my number. If you did the 300 things. If you did not do the 300 things list, did you write down just one thing to focus on today? So either write down, I got my number, or I got my one thing. Put that in the chat. Let me know. This is an engaging, interactive community where we do things together. Who else has got their number or they've got their one thing? All right, Vera, thank you so much for tapping in. We appreciate you. Welcome, King 41084. Welcome to your Saturday morning tap in. We are about to do our journaling activation today. Thank you, Chamba. I got my one thing. Very good. And that's all I need is one person, one other person to know that we are doing this together. That's what Saturday Morning Tapping is about. It's about community. So thank you, Chamba, for being that person today. And many more of you who are just listening. And also, let's not forget our replay watchers, those who are watching the recording. Hello. Thank you for doing this journaling activation with us. All right. So Chamba's got her one thing. I've got my number, which is 99. I'm going to look at it in a second. But first, let's just take a moment to breathe together. All right. So let's take a nice collective inhale as we just breathe in the positivity of this moment. We inhale and exhale. And as we exhale, we are letting go of anything that came before this moment, allowing ourselves to be fully present in this moment. All right. And on this next inhale, we are breathing in and creating more space as we inhale. We inhale. Hold it. And then exhale. And as we exhale, we are allowing ourselves to release any tension in the body. Checking in to make sure our feet are relaxed on the ground, making sure we're not clenching our toes or clenching our shoulders. We're relaxing into this moment. Because I've already set the space and consecrated the space for something magical, miraculous, and sacred to happen here. Welcome, Agent Tebesk. Welcome to your Saturday morning tap in. All right. And let's just take one more collective inhale for the power of community. We inhale. And we exhale. All right. So I am going to set the timer for 10 minutes and 10 seconds. Okay. 10 minutes and 10 seconds coming right up. Before I hit play on my timer, I'm going to look to see what is my number 99. So let me turn to it and see what I'm going to journal about. Very good. Okay. All right, then. I got my number 99. Chamba's got her one. And you watching the replay, you've got your one as well. All right. We are journaling through the lens of pure, focusing on the essence of what is the dream without the clutter of fear. We are journaling. What would it look like? You can script it in the present tense. You can script it in the past tense as if it's already happened. Or maybe you're scripting, you're getting clear on your vision. So maybe that's what you need to write down, right? Ask yourself, if I was living this dream without fear or clutter, what would it look like? And then allow the words to come through you. Don't judge it. Don't judge it, because you never know what you write down might mean. Sometimes we don't understand it until much later. Don't miss this moment. We're journaling. 9 minutes, 34 seconds to go. I told y'all I started the timer. We have already begun. We are journaling. Let's go. Yeah, I tell you, every time we do a journaling activation here, something new comes up for me that I didn't even think of. And that's what's so wonderful about journaling. When you open yourself up to be still and to hear and to write it down, you will surprise yourself. Not you might, you will. We are journaling. Welcome to those who are just joining us for this journaling activation. 7 minutes, 50 seconds to go. We're journaling. And maybe as you're journaling, the question kind of starts to change. That's okay. Go with it. Keep writing, keep journaling. The journal prompt is going to bring something out of you that you didn't even know was there waiting to get your attention. 6 minutes, 32 seconds to go. We're journaling. Oh, wow. I didn't think about that. Don't worry. I'm going to share with you guys what I wrote, but it's good. And don't worry, it doesn't have to be grammatically correct. You can jump all over the place. That's all right too. Just write it down. We're journaling. 4 minutes, 40 seconds to go. Wow. Welcome. We are journaling. Welcome to those. Welcome, Regina. So glad you're tapping in. We are journaling. We're looking through the lens of pure. So we're taking something off of our 300 things list and we're focusing on the essence of a dream without fear or clutter. And notice, for some of you, notice if while you're writing, you just start smiling. Or notice if while you're writing, you start to feel really excited about what you're writing, or you feel something being turned on in you. That means the journaling is doing what it's supposed to do, right? This is a journaling activation. We're journaling 2 minutes, 22 seconds to go. And write that down. Write down how you feel. Elaborate on that. Expand the idea of how you feel thinking about this, looking through this lens. 30 seconds to go. I'm trying to get all this in. Oh no! Okay, okay, okay. The auto creator. Okay, hold on. All right, the timer's going off. That's our 10 minutes and 10 seconds. A refreshing. Hold on 1 second. Okay, hold on, hold on. You guys, I'm telling you. Got it. I'm telling you, when we start journaling, at least when I start journaling, it's like you're turning on a faucet, right? You're opening up the channel. And when you really tap into that channel and you really allow it to flow through you, it draws you in and you realized how dehydrated you were. Okay. You needed that refreshing moment of journaling, right? You needed that. All right. So that has been today's Saturday morning tap. And I'm so glad that you guys joined us today. Let me know in the chat whether you're watching a replay or whether you're still tuned in right now. Did you get something from today's Saturday morning tap in? Do you feel like you're able to hear the call? Are you interested in listening to see, well, maybe I don't know if I have a call, but I do want to listen. I'm intrigued by this idea. Intrigued by this idea that my good is looking for me, that someone is looking for me to express my good so that they can express their good, so that somebody's looking for them can express their good. Okay. Y'all know how it is. It just goes on and on. It's like being in is it like the house of mirrors where it just goes on and on and on. We're all so connected, reflecting back to each other, ourselves, one to another. We're so needed. Chamba says, okay, definitely. All right, then that means my work here is done on this Saturday. If just one person got it, if just one person sat down to be still. Looks like Brees got it too. All right, so we got two. If just two people started to hear and started to get clear on what their call was, that means that today's Saturday morning tap in has done what was intended for it to do. So, as I do every Saturday when we do our journaling activations, I always share what I wrote. Feel free to share any aha moment that you had during today's tap in or during your journaling prompt. Maybe you want to share what is one thing, one intention that you're going to take with you today, right? Put that intention in the chat. I've been asking y'all for intentions all Saturday. Okay. So we're still going to activate those intentions before we go. All right. But here we go. This is what I wrote. The journal prompt is pure, focusing on the essence of the dream without fear or clutter. My number 99 was I grow in my design skills. That's what I wrote down. Y'all, I had 300 things to write down, and I had to write down any and everything that came to mind. And that's something that I wanted. So I wrote it down. So this is what I wrote. Growing in my design and creative and artistic skills from the perspective of purity and purification looks like getting back to my childlike fun, the purity of heart, releasing the fear of doing it wrong, or the clutter of getting approval and validation from others. Getting clear, clearing the way for more joy, allowing myself to take more time to play and design without judgment, to take risks in my art, to be free in my art, in my designs, in my acting, in my writing. Just, I'm getting a call. I'm trying to cancel this call. Sorry. No, how do I cancel this call? It's not working. Sorry about that, you guys. Just thinking of this gives me a feeling of excitement, a feeling of openness, a feeling of crystal clear water, if that makes sense. Looking through the lens of pure feels refreshing. And then I wrote this. I am so grateful for the compliment I got from a client, from a producer, from a director, from a magazine, from a newspaper article that literally quoted my performance was refreshingly pure, that the art I created gave a refreshing perspective that they needed. That's what I wrote. That's what I wrote. That's what I wrote. All right. So let's go ahead. I want to see. Okay. So intention, love on yourself. Very good. We're going to set these intentions before we go. Okay. Hold on 1 second. So today's intentions on our way out the door, we got joy for sure. I already had that. We're going to ask for some healing for Soraya's jammed finger. Healing Soraya's finger, giving her some energy for the game. We're going to do some divine order for the film I'm working on this weekend, and this week. We're going to ask for harmony. Not ask, we're going to intend it because it's already given. Fun, prosperity, purity, and love. All right. Here we go. These are our intentions today. All right. So as we just come together, just being grateful for this special time that we held together, being grateful for the aha moments, grateful for the revelations, grateful for the ability to hear and to be still and to get clear about all of the callings for each and every person here today. I stand in agreement with them right now, knowing that there is a call for them to be great, for them to grow their gifts and their talents, because there is someone waiting for them, just as there was people waiting for me to create this internship program. And so it is in this space of collective consciousness where we come together to hold this space for each person here, each person watching the recording. We set the intention for joy today. As we go forward today, may we be the joy that we wish to experience. May we be a hot spot for joy, a hot spot for harmony, a hot spot for fun, a hot spot for prosperity, a hot spot for purity, a hot spot for love. That means that as we stir up those very things within ourselves right now, as we set those intentions to be that today, when we go out into the world Only that can happen. People have no other option but to experience that from us. That if they need to experience that, they can tap into our Wi-Fi. They can tap into the hotspot that we have just intended today and receive those very things. We also set the intention for healing for any areas of any bodies here. Setting the intention for healing and comfort in Soraya's finger, setting the intention for energy that we all need to make it through our day. I know I need some energy as I go forward to prepare to be on set tomorrow and this week and continue to do the work that I've been called to do. Give us all the energy and the focus that we need to succeed. And so we also stir up and set the intention of purity. And it is in this place of divine oneness that we set these intentions. And we know that these words, these intentions, have no other choice but to go out and accomplish that for which we have already spoken. And it is so. All right, you guys, go out there and have a good day. Go out there and expect the good because you deserve it. All right, you guys, bye for now. I will see you all next Saturday for Saturday Morning Tapping. Bye.